Hi, everyone, and welcome to How to Win Holiday 2021. So yet again, we find ourselves looking at an unprecedented holiday season. This year, we're talking about how we tackle labor, logistics, and supply chain challenges while keeping your customers happy and your revenue intact. So I'm Teresa McKendry. I'm the Global Head of Marketing for Blackhawk Network, and I am joined with Aman, and he's going to introduce himself.
And hi, I'm Aman Grewal, Global Head of E-commerce at Blackhawk Network. And I'm a big believer in doing the right thing for the end customer. And I love obsessing that so we can create the best possible experience for them. And this out of stock experience that we'll talk about today will be a key differentiator for you between what's good and poor customer retention. Back to you, Teresa. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. First, we're going to look at some top line trends for the holiday. So at Blackhawk Network, we love to run a lot of consumer research and really understand what is at the heart of their behavior and how things are going to look for this holiday season. No shock, 71% of consumers look forward to celebrating this holiday. If you think about where we were last year, you've got a lot of pent-up demand to celebrate, to experience friends and family. So hopefully and luckily around the globe, we're all coming out of COVID restrictions. And one of the things that 76% of our consumers look forward to doing is shopping, right? For a lot of us, myself included, this is just a wonderful holiday tradition to get out, enjoy the mall, enjoy shopping, enjoy the decorations, really do it with friends and family. So we're looking forward to a really strong holiday season. And of course, that's going to be impacted by some of the trends that we're seeing with supply chain and logistics. So all over the news, many of you brands, retailers have felt this. There's shipping delays and out of stocks, right? So whether it's due to some of the ships, whether it's air freight, whether it's just labor really impacting our ability to get products from A to Z, whether you're online or in store, in stocks and delivery on time is going to be a real challenge. And as we get closer to the holiday, and we deal with the accelerated demand for all of the consumers coming out of COVID, we do believe this is going to compound. So it's the supply chain logjams. A lot of products are going to be out of stock in short supply. And retailers really need to be prepared to use gift cards as a way to keep the customer engaged, keep them on site, keep them in store, right? Really keep that customer satisfaction and keep that revenue. So we're primed for a huge holiday season. So Blackhawk Research, as well as all of the troves of research from retail and economic experts, say this is going to be a great holiday. 17% increased spending year over year is what consumers told us. And of that, actually 27% year-on-year gift card spend. Some of the reasons that we've seen this and what consumers told us is that they want to create experiences. One of the best ways to gift an experience is with a gift card, whether it's for dining or travel, a night out. They also want to make sure that gifts are practical, right? People are still dealing with some of the economic headwinds from COVID and from lockdown. So they want to make sure that gifts are used. Nobody wants to give a bad gift and nobody wants to give a return. So consumers are really excited about gift cards and they want to spend more. So we're going to talk about some best practices to optimize your e-commerce as well as in-store experience. So nobody wants to give that ugly sweater. I'm sure we all have fun stories of, gifts that we've gotten and how we've kind of faked it to make sure that we were, making sure the person giving us that gift felt okay. If you get a nice gift from your mother-in-law, you have to keep it in the house. You can't return it for next time she visits, but maybe that's just me. Consumers overall, they know gift giving is hard. They want to avoid imposing post-holiday returns, right? You've got to print it out. You've got to figure out which return store you have to go to. So a lot of consumers have really evolved their perception of gift cards instead of being thought of maybe more of a last minute, which is some of the feedback that we got like a decade ago. The utility and the practicality and the experience of them, consumers are just loving, especially the younger consumers. Giving gift cards are a safe bet, right? Everybody loves to go shopping. Everybody loves choice and the ability to purchase what they want. So just tons of great tailwinds when you look at gift cards and how they can become a really critical linchpin to your holiday strategy. Excuse me. And then finally, before I hand it off to my colleague, holiday is going to continue to grow. And what's going to grow the most is e-commerce, right? But one of the hardest hit places when you think about supply chain and logistics is your e-commerce channel. So Aman's going to walk us through some really great strategies on how to optimize e-commerce with gift cards to keep that customer on site, keep the purchase, keep them satisfied and happy. E-commerce overall is going to grow 11% year over year. Obviously, last year we saw that accelerate dramatically because so many people were unable to go out into physical retail. And overall, physical retail is going to grow about 2.7% year over year. So with that, what we're going to look at now are top tips for the holiday and how to combat labor, logistic, and supply chain challenges with great online and in-store best practices. I'm going to hand it over to Aman, and he's going to walk you through some e-commerce ideas.
Thank you, Teresa. So even in a normal year, right, it's not uncommon to run out of stock of your best-selling items. And 2021 is already playing out to be a special year when it comes to that. So it's really important that you start planning for the out-of-stock situation to be an important part of the consumer experience this year. And yeah, get a leg up on it right now and actively promote gift cards and e-gifting across the site in prominent locations. Also, don't forget the power of your social channels and emails in getting the message out. Next, do not be shy of using dynamic messaging too. So driven off of what the consumer is facing real time on your website. For example, pop-ins and pop-outs at bounce off or abandonment points are a great idea, or on the order confirmation page even, if an order won't be delivered before Christmas. Think about these scenarios today so you can plan for and react to them during the holidays peak shopping period, which actually brings me to another aspect of actively planning your calendar. And that's definitely don't miss out on utilizing the power of your customer email base. I can't say that enough. Don't miss out on it as either a standalone e-gifting message or embedded in a relevant fashion within your other emails. It's really an effective and simple way to lift your revenue per email spend. And by doing this, your email metrics will definitely shine much, much better and bring you revenue instead of the much undesired customer attrition, which nobody wants at this time of the year. Now that we have covered the site-wide messaging, the abandonment points, and your social and email audiences, the work is still not done. There are a couple more places for actively consumer messaging, and your site search results and the product listing and detail pages are the key here. When products run out of stock or are low in stock, promote gift cards as an alternative right there and then through strategic search results as well as product listing page placements. And then also on the product detail page, offer a gift card in lieu of, say, an out of stock item. And they can simply use it as a rain check. Everybody knows and loves a rain check. And finally, I'll say, always remember that gift cards are a great thing for your bottom line. And most consumers have now started to actually prefer it over other gifts. So especially millennials and even younger groups, they have shown a strong preference for it. And you know what? Just like anyone else, they procrastinate. So don't miss the last minute gifting period, the week before Christmas. Don't let that be your blind spot and miss out on a big chunk of revenue there, because the consumer will spend the money and just take it elsewhere if you don't leverage this high spend period. So go for it. Don't leave anything, any page unturned. And with that, I'm going to turn you back to Teresa.
Great, thank you. What wonderful best practices. Now we're going to look at in-store. So one of the areas, right, and there's already some shelves that are starting to be bare even in the big mass merchants. I know I saw some this weekend when I was out shopping. Where are your gift cards, right? So many of you have big fixtures and displays up front, but as you look at challenges within certain sections in your store, make sure that you're strategically placing gift cards. So if people go, to buy a toy that they want and it's not there, they're like, oh, I can get a gift card instead, and I can let the recipient come back and get it, when it is available, right? Because you don't want them to leave your store empty-handed. So strategic placement of gift cards as kind of an alternative if you're running low or out of stock on anything is a great idea. Make sure within your retail footprint, you've got messaging and signage encouraging gift cards as an alternative solution, right? And you want to let them know that they can pick them up in store. We'll also go through a few best practices to just let them purchase a digital eGift product as well. Closer to the holiday, so we heard some really great tips on capitalizing on the last minute shopper, especially the younger millennial and Gen Z. As you move through the holiday, right, replace some of those physical strips or physical placement with QR codes, right? Or you can even have them side by side so people can purchase an eGift last minute and just send it directly to the person. If you're out of stock of a physical product, right, you're going to save somebody, packing it up, shipping it potentially. So just, you can help them complete their purchasing path with an eGift via a QR code as well. You can place messaging or QR codes on the empty shelves, right? To really give people those alternative gifting options. So as we run closer to the holidays and things start to compound, really make sure that you've got eGifts. I would always recommend, attach a promotion to them if you're trying to drive people into certain products or into certain categories and they're not available. Use some promotions, right? Things that work really well for the holidays are you buy somebody else a $100 gift card, we'll give you a $10 one, right? People love a little special treat, especially as they're in the thick of it with holiday shopping. So just great ways to use both placement and promotion as you think about holiday this season. Make sure we don't forget our associates, right? And train employees to suggest gift cards at checkout. So as customers are checking out, hopefully they'll all asking if everybody found everything that they want. If they didn't, right, gift cards are a really great alternative. So just make sure that you've got your in-lane as well as associate training down pat this holiday season to really maximize that customer satisfaction and, of course, in-store revenue. So with that, those are our 10 tips to help online and in-store for this holiday season. If you're already an existing Blackhawk Network customer, we do have toolkits that will be rolling out to you. Please reach out to your account manager for more details if you need help setting them up or want to explore some more best practices for your online and in-store channels. And thank you. I'm Teresa McKendry. If you feel like reaching out, my email's down below. You can always reach out to your friendly Blackhawk account manager or sales rep. And with that, we wish you all a happy, wonderful, and successful holiday. Thank you.